is my script for today. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Vanessa. I'm an inner healing and mindset coach, and I help women all over the world break through their upper limits and get out of their own way to live a life of their dreams. So in this episode, I'm going to be talking about how to not get easily offended or let the weight of other people's words weigh down on you. If you see me look down at my crotch, it's because I've got a little makeshift script. I struggle to stay on track. I tend to waffle onto different topics, so I'm going to trial this out and see if I can stick to these dot points. I remember I was very deeply triggered by this old friend of mine. We're not friends anymore because I confronted her about what she said. She obviously did not take accountability and responsibility. I realized that our values do not align because I can take accountability and responsibility, and I can apologize when I've hurt someone, even if I didn't mean to hurt someone. And so she basically called me a coward, and that word was so triggering because the word coward meant that I was weak and that I was not confident and that I was not strong and that I wasn't going to stand up for myself, which is just like the opposite of who I am. Like, I'm very confrontational, very in your face. The word coward was really triggering for me. I sat with myself and I was so angry, and I wanted to prove her wrong, and I wanted to show her that I wasn't a coward at all, and to share stories and experiences where I stood up for myself and I was strong and I was confident. And then I had to sit with myself and ask myself, is this someone that is worthy of saying that word to me? And is this someone that should have this power over me, essentially? Like, I literally sat down with myself and I assessed the person, and I was like, do I respect and value their opinion enough of me to really take what they said personally? And I didn't. And I got over it because I was like, wait a minute, I don't even respect her life choices. I don't respect her. I don't respect what she stands for. This is why we're not friends anymore, because someone respectable would not say disrespectful things. So that's where I reduced the power of her words. And she would call me a coward. She only said it once. But once was enough, and she meant it as a joke. And if you watch my video on the self-deprecating jokes, you will know that confident, secure people never ever allow other people to make jokes at their expense. If you feel like there's some passive aggression there, you deserve to speak up on that and pull people up on that shit, because that is not okay. The second thing I want to go into is understand why you are offended. If you have an emotional reaction to what someone else has said, there is a part of you that believes it to be true. Sorry, it's the truth. The whole coward example, right? The reason why I felt so deeply triggered because a part of me was scared at times. There was a part of me that was afraid, especially when I was a younger kid. I was really shy. I could not speak up for myself. And I literally remember I was maybe like 15 years old, and I woke up one day and I was like, I am sick of being myself. I am sick of people walking all over me. I'm sick of being a doormat. I'm deciding to stand up for myself. I'm deciding not to be a doormat anymore. I'm deciding to be confident. Literally, I woke up one day, I remember, and I was like, fuck this, because I was getting bullied. People were walking all over me. Like, people were like throwing. It was just bad. It was not good. And I was like, I have to stand up for myself, or else I'm literally showing people how they can treat me. They can treat me in whatever way because I don't have a backbone. The reason why I was so triggered, it wasn't because I personally was triggered, but it was because that version of myself, that younger version of myself that felt weak, that felt like a coward, that felt insecure, that didn't have a backbone, was the version of myself that was triggered. And once I understood that, I could shift my attention from that friend that called me a coward, and I shifted back to that younger version of myself that felt so insecure and hated herself and needed that self-compassion to really love herself in that moment. Like, that was an opportunity for me to love myself, because I had to feel the feelings of not standing up for myself and not having a backbone to become the person I am today. And so I should be extremely grateful and extremely compassionate that I had to go through those experiences in life. It taught me empathy for other people. It taught me how to feel for other people. It taught me compassion. And these are things that you can't buy. These are things that I learned through life experiences. The third thing that I want to really go into is that words are meaningless. Like, you assign meaning to that word. A word is just a word. I actually looked at the word coward, wrote it down, and I was like, this 6-letter word is the reason I'm in a shit state. It's the reason why I've been so negative and I've been hating my days for the last 3 days. This 6-letter word is the reason for my emotional pain. And if you mix the letters in different areas and you put the D in front of the C, and you put the C behind the W, you wouldn't be triggered because that word wouldn't make sense. So it wouldn't elicit an emotional reaction. The words that you see in front of you, or the words that are triggering you, just letters formed in a way that triggers you. And so what you can understand is that the moment you see that words are just letters and you're the one that assigns the pain or the meaning or the story story or whatever to it, that's when you contribute to your emotional pain and to your suffering. You put the beliefs on there, you project your past on there, and you make meaning of it, you create stories, and something that was a 6-letter word blows up and becomes bigger than it ever should have been. Because I remember when she called me a coward, I was so angry at her for like a week. I was like, how dare she think this way? I want revenge. She should know this about me. Da, 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 da. But I'm sure she was just sleeping in. She was going to work. She was eating just fine, sleeping just fine, resting just fine, at peace. And here I am being really triggered by a 6-letter word that I inflicted on myself. She said that word, that's it. The rest was my suffering and my pain. It was the meaning that I attached to that word. It was the stories, the trauma, the projection. That was on me. Number 4, if you find that all these strategies aren't working, these perspective shifts just aren't doing it for you, the next thing I want you to focus on is building your confidence. If you, for example, believe that you're a coward, okay, I'm just going to use the same example. If you believe that you're a coward and you truly believe it and all these strategies and perspective shifts that I give you are not working, put yourself out there to show that you're confident, to show that you do not do cowardly things. Go and ask that girl out. Go to a Chanel shop and ask for a pizza. So then when someone goes, oh, you're a coward, you can be like, no, I know I'm not, because I can go and do this and this and this and this and this. Another trigger of mine was dumb. Oh my God. I got told a lot when I was a kid. Actually, no, I wasn't told, but I was shown. I put a lot of importance on my grades, and my grades were so bad. Like, I got E's because the teachers felt bad about giving me F's. That's how bad I got, right? And I internalized this belief that I was stupid and dumb and I wasn't going to make it in life and I was going to fail and fall flat on my face because I didn't have the brains to like memorize a whole textbook and then put it in a 30-minute exam. Insane. Now that you think about it, schools are so weird. Schools are teaching you how to like work a 9-to-5 and like be stuck in that. I'm literally floating off into space again. But essentially at the end of the day, you need to build your confidence. So for me, feeling like I was stupid and dumb, I could sit in that, and whenever someone called me stupid and dumb or made me feel that way, I could be very defensive and I could be, I could react in a very emotional way, or I can show myself instances where I am smart or put myself in situations where I can learn. So right now I'm learning a lot on sales, on marketing, on sign language, and just other bits and tips. So I'm constantly in a growth mindset. I'm always learning and wanting to improve my own knowledge, because my dad always told me that education and knowledge, no one can take that from you. You take that for the rest of your life, and it's something that keeps on growing. It keeps compounding. The interest on your knowledge keeps on compounding if you feed it. And you have like a fear or a limiting belief that you're stupid and you're dumb and you can't achieve da 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 da. Go out there and put yourself in situations where you will learn, you educate yourself, you go and achieve those things. So when someone tells you, hey, you're not successful, or hey, you've got nothing going for your life, or whatever bullshit people tell you at whatever age, there's always fucking pressure from people telling you how to live your life. Always understand that if you can prove to yourself that you're confident in your abilities, you're bulletproof. You're bulletproof to the pressures of other people. You're bulletproof to the words of other people. You're just bulletproof in general. The thing I want to go into that was the biggest breakthrough for me was that, I learned this year, and it's that people do not exist to make you happy. People do not exist to want the best for you. People are inherently selfish, meaning they will give you advice that will help benefit them in their life. So right now I'm 27. I know that by the time I'm 30, I'm going to be told, you got to get married, you got to have kids, you're a failure if you're a single woman, you're childless, da 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 da. So you go, you get married, then people go, you should go and have kids now. You go, you have kids, you have 1, then you have 2, then you have 3. Then those same people will be like, whoa, slow down, you got too many kids. You got too many kids. And on top of that, society sadly deems that when a woman gives birth and is a mum, their value goes down. And if God forbids something happens and you get divorced, my God, you're divorced. You should have just waited and took your time till you found the right person, or you wouldn't be in this situation. These are all the same people. Oh my God. I hear it like I'm good. I'm seeing someone amazing. We're having a great time. It could be heading that way, but I have literally no pressure. But I talk to a lot of my friends and they really succumb to the pressure, and they're like, why do we rush things? What, like the same people that told us to get married and have kids are now telling us that we should stop having kids because we're having too many kids, and that, and they're also telling us that we're not ever at family functions anymore and that we're selfish. They're the same people that told us to do what our life looks like now. And I want to drive the point home that people do not exist to make you happy. People, at the end of the day, they're for connection, of course, but everyone's inherently selfish and will give advice from that selfish nature. And so you need to understand that you can't be offended by what someone says, because number one, it's a projection of their own world. Number two, what they say is based on an intention that they're selfish and they're trying to get something out of you. And number 3, understand that can't really be offended when people are selfishly doing what they need to do to get by. Even if it means saying certain words to get you to stay, saying certain words to get you to do something, understand that people are not there to make you happy. People are just there. So I hope that this video gave you value. If it did, make sure to like, comment, and let me know what you thought, and subscribe because I post videos every single Sunday. But alias, that's it for today. I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you guys next Sunday. Bye guys.